what's up YouTube? This is Game on Cloud9 here, and this is a response video to Forever World. On this video, basically talking about, is it harder to become Pirate King, or is it harder to become the Hokage? Now, before I really go ahead and jump into that, I want to just go ahead and explain the requirements to become Pirate King and the requirements to become Hokage. Now, as we all know, in order to become Pirate King, you have to basically go ahead and be the strongest pirate. And not only that, you have to possess the treasure of One Piece. And to be Hokage, you have to be the strongest out of your village. And basically have earned everyone's respect around you in order to be elected for that position. Now, to jump in, let's just go ahead and put Naruto and Luffy into this particular mix because, after all, this is what this video is about, Naruto and Luffy. Now, which one is harder as far as Naruto's goal to become Hokage or Luffy's goal to become Pirate King? Now, the reason why I think it's a little bit different when you throw them in there is because with Naruto, it's not just about being Hokage, it's about being the greatest Hokage. Now, if we were just talking about Hokage period versus Pirate King, I think it's harder to be Pirate King only because Pirate King, you have to be the strongest throughout the world. Hokage, you only have to be the strongest in your country. But if we were to throw Naruto's goal in the mix and say, is it harder to be, the greatest Hokage, or is it harder to be, Pirate King? I think they're about equal. And, this is why I think they're equal. Because if you look at all the Hokages, maybe not all of them, like Tsunade, maybe the second, all the other ones were, known as probably being some of the strongest people of their time. I mean, third Hokage, God of Shinobi, the professor knew all the jutsu in his village, and I've heard arguments, people saying that they I guess the third is supposed to be probably the strongest of his time, and and then you also see the fourth Hokage. One can debate if he was the strongest, but then recently in the manga, because we've heard different shinobi in the series say different stuff. But recently we've heard him talk about the first Hokage and how powerful he was, and how he was supposed to be, basically around Sage of the Six Paths level. He was seen as like a fairy tale to everybody because of how powerful he was. So, and he's also supposed to be the strongest of his time, stronger than Madara. And if, we all know how strong Madara is. I just kind of feel as though, I'm like, since Naruto has to be the greatest Hokage, that's what he wants to do, then it's almost like saying he has to be one of the greatest ever in history. Which is the same thing Luffy would kind of be achieving. If he becomes Pirate King, he would, probably be one of the greatest in history because, that's what Gold Roger was. He was the Pirate King, the only Pirate King that we've ever known. So, I'm like, that's the thing. That's what I'm kind of feeling like. And we know that he was stronger than Whitebeard. So, that's why I'm kind of thinking, okay, they're equal on that level. They have to be the strongest in their respective universes. And not only that, now it comes down to these other requirements. There is the treasure of One Piece that you have to get if you're, if you want to become Pirate King, because as we all saw, Whitebeard was the strongest after Gold Roger died, or Gold D. Roger, died, and he still wasn't necessarily Pirate King. And if you look at Naruto's, Naruto wanted to become Hokage. In order to become Hokage, Itachi said it himself, you don't become Hokage, you don't just become Hokage, and then people start to respect you. It's the people that make you Hokage, and we've seen that firsthand. Kakashi becoming Hokage. People didn't really want Don to become Hokage. They had to vote. So you have to be the strongest, and you have to have earned everybody's respect. I mean, Sasuke, if he suddenly decided he didn't want to do any of his goals anymore, which would be kind of like a troll, but if he decided, oh, I don't want to do this, I just want to go ahead and come back to Konoha and become Hokage and change it that way or something. I'm like, I doubt he would be able to waltz up there and just become Hokage as much stuff as he's done. People would be kind of looking like, really? You think we'd make you Hokage? He wouldn't really earn anybody's respect. Not just because I think Naruto personally right now is stronger than Sasuke, but I kind of feel as though Sasuke, it wouldn't make sense for him to come back and everybody just be like, fine. Even if Naruto wasn't there, I'm pretty sure Sasuke would not be able to become Hokage even if Tsunade was dead and gone. I'm like, it would take time before he even earned respect for him to even probably be considered to be Hokage. Which is a big factor because you have to have respect of the Jonin, the people, like the villagers, all that kind of stuff. You have to have have to have fame. People have to know about you. You have to have been heard of. the leader of the land of fire, he has to, be okay with it. I guess all his council people have to be okay with it. There's a lot of stuff to become Hokage. It's not just as simple as being the strongest, as we see. I mean, if we had to just be with the strongest, then would Tsunade really be Hokage? Because personally, I kind of feel like Kakashi's a little bit stronger than her. But, there's wisdom involved and all that kind of stuff. So that's why I kind of feel as though, they're even on that playing field. Because if you look at become Pirate King, you can be anybody to become Pirate King. You don't have to have necessarily any respect. You probably will have respect because you've made it to that level, of being the strongest. But you don't have to. You could be like Blackbeard and, be OP as whatever, and you could still become Pirate King as long as you're the strongest and you have the treasure of One Piece. Anybody can, good or bad. And that's the thing, I'm like, and if we were to say, like, let's say, if Naruto was in One Piece and Luffy was in Naruto and they were both trying to chase after, each other's respective goals, do I think that Naruto could become Pirate King? Honestly, I don't think it would fit his style, but I think it can. I think he could only because, like I just said, anyone can become Pirate King, good or bad. Pirates are considered bad in the world of One Piece. They sure are, but they still, it doesn't matter if, you're just, an evil bastard or you're, a person that just likes to go ahead and travel and enjoy the adventure. And the same thing with, like in Naruto, do I think Luffy would, be able to become Hokage? I'm pretty sure people would like Luffy. I'm pretty sure he'd be enjoyable. Now, do I think he'd be a great Hokage? Do I think he'd be able to run a village? I don't think it really fits Luffy's style. I don't really see, I know you said this in your video for Neverworld, you don't really see, Luffy sitting, in an office doing papers, all that kind of stuff, because Luffy's all about adventure. I'm like, what I could see Luffy doing, if I gave him any kind of position in the Naruto world, is that I could see him being a Jonin commander, something leading people, Chunin or whatever, leading people on a mission, because I do think he has good leadership. But as far as, leading a village, I think it's a little bit different. I'm like, because you have to take care of the people, all that kind of stuff. Luffy doesn't really want to be the hero. People would love him and all that kind of stuff. And we know how Luffy's personality kind of fits. He's like, no. So, yeah, I kind of feel as though, I don't think Luffy would really be the best Hokage. I think he'd be a nice Hokage, but I don't think he'd be the best Hokage. I think Naruto could fit the position a little bit better, but, that's because it's Naruto's universe. And the same thing with Luffy. I think Luffy'd be a better Pirate King because, Pirate King doesn't really run anything. But, I think, though, that Naruto's not a pirate, so I can't really see him. If somebody had, let's say, somebody had already got the treasure of One Piece, I can't see Naruto just stealing it from him because that's not necessarily Naruto's style. So, I'm like, to be a pirate, you have to be able to steal and all that kind of stuff. So, I don't know. This is just my opinions on what I think about, for Neverworld's video. So, anyway, please don't forget to comment down below your thoughts on my thoughts and, thoughts on his video too, because I'm going to link his video down below so you guys can check it out in case you already haven't. And please don't forget to rate this video. So if you liked it, thumbs up. If you didn't like it, thumbs down. And if you have not subscribed to my channel and you like these kind of videos, please subscribe. I'd be very happy if you would. And anyway, thanks for watching. See you later.